welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today, you already know, I say the same thing pretty much every time we get on here, but you already know, man, we got some things to talk about. But if you could, please like and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. I really do appreciate all my 103 subscribers so far. I even appreciate the people that view, y'all don't subscribe and things like that, but I know it's getting out there to the masses and things like that. So, but I do want to talk about the jersey giveaway. Like I said, if you ain't been here, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. We're trying to give away a Saquon Barkley Eagles jersey. Let's make that clear. A Saquon Barkley Eagles jersey. Yes. But, like I said before, if you want something else, maybe somebody from the past, or like I said, from the present, it really doesn't matter as long as it's an Eagles jersey. I don't mind doing that. But all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, man. Show some love. And I'm going to enter everybody's name in a word generator. A name generator, and then just go from there. I'll contact the person and get your information and send it to you. So we're gonna rock like that. But like I said, man, some things we got to talk about. First and foremost, I want to talk about is like I said, I watch different people's podcasts. So I want to start off with what I seen. I think it was from Philly Mike. If you don't watch Philly Mike, go tune into that. Go subscribe to his channel, Philly Talk Podcast. But, long story short, he had a clip on there with Brandon Graham talking about he was getting interviewed so much so. And they had asked him, like, what happened with the year. And he pretty much said he was like, it pretty much boiled down to coaching, which is pretty much my thing I've been saying that whole, the whole last season when I had first started this podcast, because don't get me wrong, like I said before, we have the talent. Talent's there. That's undeniable. It was just like, you go out there week to week and you see the same plays, not turning into anything. And then it got to the point where teams kind of knew what we were running because our playbook was so small. So with that being said, I kind of gave you a little insight into, somewhat of what was going on. We really didn't get too much clarification about what happened with Hassan Reddick and why they traded him, even though he could have still been playing another year on his contract with the Eagles. Getting traded to the Jets, we still have not heard any information about contracts. We don't even, he said it wasn't, talent and things like that, more or less. So we were thinking maybe, had something to do with that paper. So we heard no more about that. So, it's kind of weird to see, so much so, but it is what it is, man. But with that being said, we're going to roll into the next topic, man. Well, I guess I kind of can still elaborate on that last topic, but we're going to roll into the next topic, man. Like I said, the coaching was just, kind of BS on our part this past year. And I do think that the Eagles or, whoever was in charge this year getting, Kellen Moore, and I know Vic Fangio's been in the building before, and I guess they really do like what he does with the defense. I think we're in good hands, man. I do think with the acquisitions of different players that we've been getting this offseason, and then we still have the draft coming up in the end of April. You still got to see how that pans out. But I do think we're in a good place right now, team-wise. Also, they did just sign C.J. Uzomah, right? Decent veteran tight end. Don't get me wrong. He's a little older. I know with Dallas, he's about to be 29, 28, one of the two. He's getting up there in age, so, you kind of want to start finding his replacement. But Albert O, I was just looking at his highlights, and I've seen Albert O play before, and I had him in my fantasy a couple times, for like death pieces and things like that. But I had him in my podcast. I had him in my fantasy, and I used to watch the games. It's like how I used to. That's how I do my thing. Like whoever players I got, you just watch the games. Excuse me, just to see how they pan out. And even before, like I would watch different games just to see, like, because I got to see what my eyes, like stats really don't tell me enough. I got to see what my eyes, how, things are going on. So, I don't want to even get back into that, but, so they signed C.J. Uzomah, which is fine for me, but I really do want to see what Albert O can do. I do think Albert O, it might sound crazy, man, but like if Shannon Sharp used to play as a wide receiver before he became a tight end, I think Albert O might be able to play a wide receiver 3, a big wide receiver 3, man. Maybe with 2 tight ends set, they put him out there or something like that. But I don't know, man. I do think Albert O is a has great upside. I do know why they signed C.J. Uzomah. For depth pieces, because Dallas getting hurt and things like that. You got to expect that now year to year. So with that being said, welcome to the team, CJ Uzomah. You know, he got a 1-year deal. We'll see what he does when the season starts and just go from there, man. So, rolling into my next topic, we got A.J. Brown, man. Whew. A.J. Brown, man, I'm telling y'all, he ain't playing, man. He ain't playing. He done changed his. He done changed his profile pic and things like that. And yeah, man, he's been on demon time. So he's running 22 miles an hour. They had him recently. I wasn't on here about the solar eclipse, but he had Debo on his Instagram live for the solar eclipse and things like that. Man, you know, Eagles fans cooking him and things. But yeah, man, it's a dog, man. It's a dog about to be let loose this season. I really hope the Eagles find a way. I hope they can find a way to keep him and Devontae together, hopefully to the end of their careers, man. Because my thing is this: if Jalen Hurts is, you know, best friends with you know, AJ, maybe they can work something out. Like, you know, I want to see everybody get their money, but if it's some which way where we can figure out a way, like, you know, Jalen take a cut, or he what do you call it? Tom Brady used to do it all the time. God, word tip of my tongue. But restructure, yes, restructure his contract. You know, maybe when it gets to that point, to maybe free up some money or somebody else does to keep the two of them here, man. It is going to be crazy because I think we're really starting to see A.J. Brown get into his prime. I think he's either 26 now, about to be 27, or 25, about to be 26. One of the two, man. But prime years, man. So it's like a lot of these guys we got younger, either entering their prime or just hit their prime. And I think that's the movement. Like, Howie's really trying to get more youth into the building. Like, don't get me wrong, you still want to sign the veterans, you know what I mean, that been through it, to get the younger guys up to speed when they get here from either, you know, a different team or, you know, come up here from the draft and, you know, get them acclimated with what's going on. So, I mean, that's great to see. And that's something else I wanted with the coaching, too, because it was just like nobody was held accountable. You need somebody to hold you to a higher standard at all times. That's even talking about, like I said, coaching. Like Jalen Hurts talked about, he was at the NCAA tournament for the women's, and he talked to the panel and was saying that he likes to be coached hard. He likes good coaching, you know what I mean? And, you know, everybody doesn't, I don't want to say it. Everybody can't take hard coaching. It comes in many different forms, you know what I mean? Screaming, yelling, you might get cussed out. I've been cussed out playing sports and stuff like that. I never really took it to heart because, you know, how I was raised and things like that. But at the same time, I understood it was coming from a good place, because if somebody don't care, they're not going to tell you that you're doing anything bad or you're doing anything wrong. The person that's telling you that you're doing something wrong, or you can work, you know, you can work this way, you can work it that way, they really care about, you know, you getting better. So it's all about your perspective and how you look at things. But Jalen Hurts said he liked to be coached hard. And, you know, he was, you know, he met Dawn Staley through Deuce, which was a running back coach, I think he was there when Jalen was there, but don't quote me on that. But I know Jalen and Deuce know each other, so, and that's the only connection I can make. But yeah, man. So so I think with all that being said, man, I do think like we got a team getting put together. Oh my God, we got a big old hawk out there. I know y'all. I know y'all can't see what's going on behind me, but I'm looking out into like a forest. All right, so it be stuff going on with the animals, but. Long story short, man, yeah. So, I just think overall, like, the Eagles and Howie and everybody else that's in charge of, you know, getting this team together are really, you know, sitting back and trying to their best way to, I guess, tinker what went wrong with, you know, with the team. Like I said, on the coaching side, maybe adding players in certain positions. I know the draft is coming up soon, like I said, and nobody really knows where the Eagles are going. I think we're all leaning toward the O-line. Because this draft is pretty much, you know, line heavy, so maybe they go O-line. I don't know, man. There's some players that they talked about they brought in for top 30 visits, and that leads me to another point. Some of these top 30 visits have been getting canceled for the simple fact that they think, or somebody in the inside of the Philadelphia Eagles camp thinks that, you know, maybe other teams are going to try to figure out a way to pillage, you know, I shouldn't say pillage, but, you know, still some of the players from, you know, off the draft board that night. So they canceled some, I think like 5 to 6. Like Jerry Rice or something was supposed to come on. I don't think he's coming anymore. Doesn't mean they don't have interest in these players, you know what I'm saying? But I feel as though they know that, you know, when they have their top 30 visits, they usually pick a lot of the players that they have visit their facility and things like that, or visit the team. So kind of giving away what you're trying to do in the draft. They're trying to just keep it like, you know, because you don't want to give away too much, and that's pretty much how he's thinking. That should be anybody's thing, man. Everybody shouldn't be knowing what's going on with you 24/7. You got to keep them guessing. So with that being said, hopefully, we land. I just hope whatever we do in the draft. I don't care position wise, honestly. I know I don't want to say I don't care, but I know they keep talking about Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean charted off the chart damn near. He was like 28th. He would get 28 out of like 2,000 plus, almost 3,000 plus cornerbacks from the 80s up until this point, with one of the highest ranked, highest performance in combine for his position. So it's just like, you can't really pass that up. I mean, I know like injury wise, he didn't have an issue and things like that, but you really can't pass that up, I guess. I'm more Quinyon Mitchell. That's just me because I like the guys, not all the time, but I seen him. Like I said, I gotta see how you move, and I seen how Cooper DeJean moves. Don't get me wrong, he's an athlete. He plays basketball. He got recruited as a safety in high school to I forget whatever college it was, and then went from there. But I really do think like he could be a weapon for sure, but to take him in the first round, I don't think I don't know, man. It just bothers me. And then even with Quinyon Mitchell, him coming from a smaller school, that can he keep up with what's the SEC players and things like that. So not to say he can, but that's just always a question that some of these scouts, whatever the case may be, that they they conjure up in their minds and say whatever they say. So so with that being said, man, I don't want to hold this video up too much longer. I think we got one more topic that my computer done. My fault, y'all. My computer done closed on me, so let me see. My fault. Oh, okay. And then one more thing that I want to talk about before we get off of here is the helmets. Not the helmets, but the uniforms in general. Like I said, I follow other content creators, and Philly 500 has been talking about trying to, because the word mark didn't change, as you can see behind me. Like, this is the new word mark. That's not the old word mark no more. So they got to put that on the jerseys. But now they're thinking about redoing. They should be thinking about redoing the jerseys because they haven't been done in a long time. But now the NFL is giving us a third option for a third helmet. So maybe they come out with something new. Maybe Kelly Green becomes a better part of the Eagles now because they got that third option. Because I really do like I ain't gonna lie, that Kelly Green was hard this year. Pause. That's you see behind me. It was fire. So I would like to see that a little bit more often. I'm glad like the NFL is finding ways, because you always call it the no fun league, but I'm glad they're finding ways to allow these players to maybe, somewhat express themselves, or these teams to express themselves a little bit more. Especially now we're getting more international with our first game this coming season is going to be in Brazil against the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if I even talked about that, but it's been confirmed because they talked about the Browns and things like that, which is not happening, but I think it's a pretty good matchup. I just wish it was home, you know what I mean? Things like that. But it's a Friday night game. But with all this going on, I do think like NFL is going to be. I mean, it's already top dog, but it's like I feel like they're going to start pulling away, especially with the international additions of having these games across season, things like that, adding revenue. You might be able to keep, like I said, the money might be nice in a year or two where you might be able to have two wide receivers like a Devontae and a AJ Brown. And I'm praying to God that's what happened because, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I really do, like I feel like they're the perfect duo, skinny Batman and swole Batman. Like they are the perfect duo. And if they could find maybe, like I said, a wide receiver 3, or maybe move, like I said, I don't know. You never know what go through these coaches' mind. Maybe they want to move, Albert O. Like, yo, you too good to be sitting on the bench, man. Wide receiver 3, we put you in there, see how you do. Because, I mean, he put Shannon Sharp up in that joint, and he did his thing, 3 championships. So, it is what it is, man, and we're going to rock like that. So, with that being said, man, I do appreciate everybody watching the videos, man. Don't forget, though, subscribe to the channel if you want to be enter in to win the jersey, Eagles jersey. It's supposed to be a Saquon Barkley jersey, but like I said, it could be a player from the past or the present. Doesn't matter to me. And I know I look crazy. It might sound a little stuffy too, man. My allergies have been, acting up. If anybody know anything outside of Claritin and Allegra, the Zyrtex, the Flonase, bro, I'm taking all types of crazy. I'm taking everything. and it's still not working. Over the recommended, it's not working. So if anybody could point me in a direction besides going to the doctor, because they give me stuff too and it don't work, or any type of remedies to help relieve my sinuses and things like that, that'll also be appreciated. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Nah from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I do appreciate every last one of my followers, even the people that view the videos, man. It helps the channel a lot. So with that being said, I'ma holla at y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good day, man. Be safe.